All right. This is a video that's going to be completely unedited. It's very different to, the antics that I normally get up to. No gameplay, no funny little things. This is just purely me. A couple of things I'm going to change, obviously, is the color. I just need a bit of a color balance like that. Maybe just zoom in a bit, maybe just... yeah, about that. That's fine, that's good. I haven't put much content up lately. I haven't done anything on Twitch. I haven't really been active in Discord and all that. Partially because I've been away for a couple of weekends. But the major reason, pretty well the sole reason, is just I've been dealing with some things myself, which is what I want to talk about today. This is not in any way like a give me sympathy kind of thing. This is not like, hey, let's see how many views we can get through this kind of... That's not it at all. This is not the reason why I'm doing this video. The sole reason why I'm doing this video is because I know this is not a problem that only affects me. I know this is something that affects a lot of people, and unfortunately a lot of people are too scared or embarrassed or ashamed or what have you to speak about it. I guess I want to shed some light on the fact that it can affect everybody, and if you lock it away for too long or at all, it can have ramifications, severe ramifications. And that is, actually 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with depression and social anxiety, and doing the whole streaming thing, doing the whole content creation thing is like it's a fun hobby because I can talk to people without talking to people. I sit here in front of a computer screen by myself. I play video games for 2 hours at a time, talking to people on the other side of the world, and get to know them without having to speak to them face to face, because that's where I get most nervous. I don't handle social interactions very well at all. I am a very strong introvert, and so coming out of my shell is very difficult. So doing this and just playing, having a go, and let's be real, I'm terrible at video games. I'm not good at video games at all, but I love to play them. I love to have a bit of fun. Fortunately, I love to have a bit of banter, so when people rip into me about not being great at video games, I play on that, and it's fun. It's just good fun to have a try. But unfortunately, as life gets on and as things kind of jump in the way, they can bring you down, which has been the case for me for the last few weeks, and it's affected me in all areas of my life. Work, family, friendships, my hobbies. It's hard to know the triggers. It's hard to know, hey, look, I know exactly where that's coming from. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's easy to say, hey, look, I know exactly why I'm feeling this way. I don't know exactly how to counteract it. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. When I grew up, I always knew something wasn't quite right in terms of like how I processed things, how I thought about things, and why I shied away a lot when other people had the confidence to just step right out or handle situations better. I was always worried about what people thought, not necessarily, will people like me? Like I don't really care about that. It's just like I just was very aware that other people could see me, or other people thought what they thought of me in a different sense. But I was always too scared to say anything, to say, hey, look, I've got something wrong with me, or something's different about me, because I was almost ashamed. Almost ashamed to admit that I had a mental illness. So 6 years ago, I started seeing psychologists, therapists, which was good for me. And then 2 years after, I hit rock bottom, and I was diagnosed professionally with depression and social anxiety. Now, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I know that it doesn't just affect me. It affects a lot of people. And if stats say anything, I'm not going to sit here and read out a whole bunch of stats and say that's completely accurate, because it's not always 100%, but they give you a bit of an insight, a bit of a good indication. Unfortunately, with young adults, especially males, they are hit with depression the most. They suffer the percentage of the world the most people that deal with depression comes down to men between the age of, I think, 18 and 35, somewhere around the ballpark. Unfortunately, as men, as blokes, we are taught not to show any emotion because that shows weakness. And this is not just me saying, "Hey, look, this is just for the guys. Everyone else can switch off." No, this is for everyone. But I'm just saying that's kind of like an insight with the stats that have been put out there by the internet. When really, if we just lock away our emotions and don't let anybody in and just kind of hide away and just hope it gets better, it's not going to get any better. Again, it's not me saying, "Hey, look, tell everyone and just hope someone will reach out and fix it." No, you got to tell people that you trust and you love and you feel confident telling. Because this is not like, "Oh, I fell over and hurt my knee." This is look, I've got something inside that's not quite right. A good example, I guess, is if you've broken your leg, you would go see a doctor. "Look, I've got a physical injury. This hurts. You can see it. I can see it. Let's get it fixed." There is no difference between that and a mental illness, except for the fact that you can't see it. So why wouldn't you go help immediately if you know something isn't right? If it's causing you pain, if it's causing you hurt, why wouldn't you go see help? I guess it comes down to, like it was with me, embarrassment. I was ashamed that I was dealing with this kind of ailment, I guess. But eventually, it took me a long time. By the time I realised that something was going on to me actually doing something about it, took me 5-6 years to actually step out and say, "Hey, look, I need this sorted. This is causing me issues." I won't dive much into my past because, quite honestly, we don't need to go there. There's a couple of years where it was very dark. There's a couple of times where it was very, very dark. But I guess the point of me saying this video is a lot of people perceive me as this happy-go-lucky, chill, relaxed, whatever kind of person. I'm always smiling, always funny, always making jokes. Yeah, that is me. I like to make jokes. I like to make people laugh. I like to bring humour to people and make people feel happy, make people feel joy, because I've been, in the pits. I've been through the darkness, and I don't want anyone to go through that. That is nothing I would wish on anybody, ever. So I guess the point of this story comes twofold. One, I just want to bring you up to speed, be transparent with you guys, be transparent in the fact that, yeah, there's some things that I'm going through that has caused me to just step away from streaming, step away from content creation for a little bit. I know I just started the Super Mario Odyssey series, got one video deep, and I'm like, you know what, I need a break. But it's just better for my mental health. Nothing on anybody watching. I'm not saying, "Hey, look, you guys, of course." That's not it at all. It's just me. Just the way my brain is wired. There's things that happen, and one thing could happen which would normally cause someone else happiness, but causes me distress. It's a weird thing. I can't explain it. It's a weird brain thing. Brains are weird. But yeah, the reason why I'm telling you this is, number one, just taking a bit of a break for the minute. Don't know for how long, but I just need to give myself some time. And number two, I guess I just want to, I suppose, say to anyone, encourage to anyone that if you're in the same position as me, in the sense that you just feel something isn't quite right, just talk to someone. Just talk to your family or your friends, loved ones, just anyone you feel close to, anyone you feel like you can trust, anyone that you love, and just say, "Hey, look, this is not easy for me to say, but I need some help." Just reach out for some help. This is not the first time I've talked about this. This is not the first time I've done a video on this. I had an older YouTube channel that's no longer there, so don't go searching for it. But I did the same sort of thing. And I was like, "Hey, look, this is what's going on." I've talked about it with my friends. I've talked about it with family. I've talked about it with heaps of other people. And every time I talk about it, it doesn't get easier. It's still hard, because when you're in that pit, when you're in that darkness, it's hard to reach out, because I don't know if this is the same for other people, but it is for me. When I'm that low, my trust levels are so low for everyone. I don't really have trust issues. It's just when your brain is clouded by, or when your mind is clouded by so much rubbish, that you get confused by different things because you're not mentally right. It's hard to say, yeah, no, I'll reach out, I'll talk to you. No, I can do that. Even to my own family, it's hard. So I guess it's another reason why I'm doing this through video, is just to say, hey, look, I'm sitting here in front of a camera, just me in my office by myself, talking about it. It's kind of easier for me, So anyway, before I ramble and this video goes on for too long and you all get bored, I guess I'm just taking a bit of a break. I'm okay. I'm all good. I just need a minute just to sort myself out. It's the right thing for me to do, having dealt with it in the past. I just need that time to just recuperate and just restructure a few things and just get back on track. And number two, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not, the person to come to for advice, because I don't have the training in it. I don't have the training with this kind of thing. I don't have the training in brains or whatever they study. But if you are dealing with something that you just need to talk to someone about, find someone that you trust, find someone you love, and just reach out and just say, hey, look, I need some help. Because once you get it off your chest, I can tell you start. That's the groundwork to start to get back up, to start to find your feet again. Anyway, I've been talking for a while. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. And I appreciate all your support and your patience. Thanks for sticking around. And I just appreciate all you do. And I'll let you know when I'm back up and running. But for now, just thanks for letting me take the time to just sort myself out. Thanks.